Alright, hey, what's going up, guys? I've been busy with school and crap, and I've been sick, still am sick. I'm not at school today because I'm sick, and I thought I was gonna make a video. So, right now I'm in studio, just talking about what I'm gonna do in this video. If you haven't read the title, which you probably already have, you probably know what this video is about. But basically, I'm gonna have some video rolling while I talk about this stuff, and then I'm gonna start with what I'm gonna do. Basically, what you're seeing right now is model drifting. Model drifting is basically taking a model that you make in studio, inserting that into a game or a track, then being able to use it, and drive it. You can use this for a lot of different stuff, like toge, which is what I did. You can use it for car shows. It's fun to do. A lot of stuff you can do with it, pretty much endless. But yeah, it's really simple to do, and I've seen a lot of outdated videos, and I don't think I've seen anyone really make a really simple tutorial on how to make an easy drift car out of the blue. But I'm obviously no expert. I don't know how to make my own cars, so I just get them off the develop page. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't claim it as your own. Just say you didn't make it, because no one can blame you for not knowing how to do something and still trying to have fun doing something. But with that out of the way, let's get into this. So, as you saw from the video clip that I was playing, that in order for the car to drive, you can't just have a car, just a model of a car, and just expect it to drive. You have to have a chassis in order for that to work. Now, what a chassis is basically what the car revolves around. So a chassis is basically the car. If you really want, you can just have a drift car just as a chassis, no wheels, no nothing, but you don't want that. You want it to look pretty cool. So I'm gonna be posting this chassis that I made. You can find chassis in the develop catalog, but I'm gonna post this one because I already put a pretty easy tune on it that's easy to drift. And yeah, also all the stuff I'm gonna be showing you is gonna be for rear-wheel drive 6.5 chassis. Basically what that means is they are rear-wheel drive chassis, no all-wheel drive drifting, no. If you wanted to get into that, I'm sorry, I'm not really good at that, so I'm not really gonna act like I know what I'm doing. But yeah, so once you have your chassis, which I'm gonna post everything in the description of the video, you're gonna need some wheels, because you can't just have a car with white discs. No, that's not gonna work. So you need some rims. Now there are two types of rims. There are model rims and mesh rims. Model rims are composed of parts, which make it a lot harder to move. But mesh rims, single mesh rims, are a lot easier to move. So if you see these tires right here, you can see that they don't look the same as these, which is because these are model rims and these are mesh rims. Technically, this is kind of like a model mesh type rim, because it's not really one or the other, because it has meshes, then it has model parts, and then yeah, you can see it. But here it's just a single mesh with a decal, and yeah, there's quite a few differences. But the reason why we are going to be using a mesh rim instead of a model rim is because they are a lot easier to move and position. Now, it's possible to put a model rim on here, but it's much more of a hassle. It's just way easier to put a single mesh rim on something like this. And these kind of look simple, but that's okay because there's other rims like this. Now you wouldn't expect this to be like a model, like a mesh rim, but it is. So it's just one part, so it's super easy to move, all that jazz. Yeah. So first step we need to do is we need to put the tire. We need to pick a rim. Oh my god. So let's just find one that looks cool. Let's see. Let's just go with this one right here. This one. Right here. So I'm also going to be putting this rim pack in the description of the video also. So you can take that, buy it, and then bada bang bang boop bam. You got your stuff. So what you're going to do if you want to take out a rim, you want to right click it, ungroup, and then bam, all the rims are ungrouped. So just select the rim that you chose. So we pick this one, take it off to the side, and ungroup it again to get rid of this spinning one. I don't know why this is here, but I'm probably too noob to know. But you don't need that, so just select it by like dragging it, and then pressing the backspace or delete button, like that. Easy. And if you can't do that for some reason, you can just right click it and hit delete. Next, how do we put this on here? So if you'll see that, oh, by the way, this is your Explorer tab. This just shows you what everything is. So if you want to find out what this is chassis, blah 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 blah. Yeah. So that's not really important. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how to position this now. Alright, so the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna need to select your chassis. And you're going to open it up by pressing this little drop down arrow. And you're going to find the wheels tab. And you're gonna open that up. And you're gonna see these four options: the front left, front right, rear left, and rear right. And you'll see if you select one of them, you can see that the front left corresponds with the front left, front right, left, right. You get the point. So now how does this relate to putting our rim on? And the answer to that is the position. As you see, if we click on the rim or the tire or whatever, and we go into the properties tab, which should already be open, and if you can't open, if it's not there for you, oh my god, you go to the top, hit view, and then you should see the Explorer and properties tab, toolbox, command bar, blah 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 blah. It should already be there, but if it's not, that's how you open it. So if you click on it and you go down to the properties, you can see it has a position. Now basically what we can do is we can copy the position of the front left wheel and go to this one, and then we can paste in the position of the front left wheel, press enter, and there, it's there. So yeah, pretty easy. Now you might be saying, oh, that's not right. You're right, that's not right. So it's not the same size. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna go into the Explorer tab, select it, and then you're gonna go up here and click on the model section, like the model tab. And then you're gonna find the scale button here. Now, what you're gonna do next is you're going to hold shift and drag this out this way until it's the right size. make it so that there's a thin layer of the actual wheel hanging out like this. Now, like that. Now, if you don't hold shift and you just try to move it normally, that'll happen. And you could use it like that, like you need some major status points, but oh my god, that's not right. So yeah, for what we're doing, you gotta hold shift. That's what you do. Next, you're going to click. You move back to select because that's like basic. And now once you've done that, you want to copy the position of the front left wheel again, and you're going to paste it into the endo, so like that, and bam, you're all set. You've just positioned a wheel. Ta-da! Next, you're going to copy the tire that is properly sized and just paste it like this. You can also hold control and press V a bunch, and yeah, so boom, got your wheels, and they're all the same size as this one, so you don't have to do any funny business. Also, I also like to rename the tires to like front left tire, front right tire, so like FRT. Oh, that's not good. FRT, and then we'll just make this. What the heck? Why did I call this? Man, I can't. I'm so stupid. F front left tire. I'll make this front right tire. Make this rear left tire. Then rear right tire. Now, the reason why I do this will become like more clear later, but you don't have to do this. It's just something I do. Yeah, just lets me keep track of what wheels they are. So we need to position the front right wheel now. So let's just find the front right one right there, and once we found it, we can kind of move it like that. Find the front right, copy position, and then paste it into the front right one. Easy to find. Bam. Also, the position matters because one side is more like proper, I guess, and the other side is kind of like all flat. So that's the whole point of moving it, so that way you don't have to do it later. It's just faster. So you can just move it there, and just rotate it with R like that. You can rotate it and then position it, and then let's do the rear left, copy position, rear left, paste. I did that backwards. Okay, I'll just have to rotate it later. Then rear right, copy position, and paste. Now let's say you did what I did and you put them backwards. You go up to model and then hit the rotate tool. Now, basically you're gonna go to the wheel that you put on wrong, or the wrong way, and you're gonna rotate it. But as you'll see, if you get it a little off like that, it's not bueno, not bueno. If you do it like this, it might just be a little off, and then a wobble, and then no bueno. So what we can do is we can go up to the model tab, and then you'll see this little box right here which says rotate. Now you're gonna set this to 45 degrees and make sure the rotate icon is checked. So whenever you do this and you rotate it, it'll be accurate every time. It's just a little tip. This is so that you get your stuff same position every time. Like the correct. And yeah, now you've done that, you need to put the wheels into the chassis frame itself, because if you don't, this will happen. Now you might be saying, oh, it's right, they're there. And then you drive and that happens. So, here's what we do. We go to the chassis, we open it up, and then we go down to the wheels tab, open that up, and you want to open all of these like that. Now, you should see in the front left and front right wheels, you should see mesh, parts, suspension fixed, and wheel fixed. Don't mess with any of these except parts, because that's the only one important. Same thing for the rear wheels, except it's a little different. The SQ noise, basically like the sound it makes when it squeals, like, you know what I mean? Basically that. We got the mesh, smoke, like the tire smoke. You can change that if you want. I'll go into depth later. Fixed, you don't need this. Not important. That's basically for the tire trails. Then you have parts and suspension fixed. Now, here's what we're gonna do. We need to put all of these into these. That's also why we label them. So before we do that, we wanna select all of them by holding Control and clicking them, like that. And you wanna make sure that they're all anchored, and you can find this by going to Model and then hitting Anchor. And if they're not, they'll just flop, and we don't want that. So, deselect them by just clicking somewhere else. And then let's take the front left tire. Also make sure you have select on so you don't do any wacky business. Drag it, and then you want to take it to the parts tab like that. Easy as that. And then front right, parts, rear left, parts, and same thing for the rear right. Abracadabra. There you go. Like that. Now once you drive it, the wheels are on. So now, there you go. That's pretty much all you need to do to put your wheels on. Now you might be asking, oh, what about these white disc things? Oh, what do I do about those? They're kind of annoying to look at. And you'd be right. So what you need to do in order to fix that is, first off, close all these by hitting the arrow, because we don't need them open anymore, and just select them by holding Control, and then you want to go to the Properties tab and click on the transparency and just put it to 1, like so. And there you go. That's all you need to do. And if we go in, we can test it out. We can drive around. Abracadabra. Like so. Yeah, that'll basically end it for today's tutorial, or part 1. I do plan to release multiple parts on like plugins, exhausts, changing engine sounds, different wheel stuff, a lot of different stuff, add-ons, blah 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 blah, decals. There's a lot of stuff you need to go over, and yeah, so that's gonna end it for this. I'm gonna edit it, post it, and then yeah, see you in part 2 if I make it.